right. This is Scare Talk. I am Danny, and I'm here with Joel Takes Manhattan.
Hey guys, what's up? That's right, I do.
Joel has Manhattan right now.
I have the appearance of taking Manhattan. I don't know. So it says I take Manhattan.
He has it right now. It's in his house, Manhattan. He has taken it.
I can even prove I have Manhattan.
Oh, Joel has Manhattan right now.
Oh man. It's from our Scream 6 trailer reaction.
So Joel's on location in Manhattan right now, which he has taken because we are going to review Friday the 13th, Part 8. Jason Takes Manhattan.
Yes.
Joel, who is a part of this exciting movie.
All right, so this one stars Jensen Daggett. She plays Rennie. Todd Caldecott as Jim, and we've got Kane Hodder as Jason. He came back.
Okay.
And we've got Rob Hedden is the writer, and he is also the director.
Okay.
Of this movie.
So he is to blame.
Yes. All right. Well, I mean, it could also be studio. You never know.
Yeah.
Maybe it was too much, budget wise, to truly take Manhattan.
All right. Well, story. Jason Voorhees is accidentally awakened from his watery grave.
Don't understand that, but okay.
Ends up stalking a ship full of graduating high school students headed to Manhattan, New York.
Oh man. From Camp
All
Crystal Lake. So do we know where that is? In regard what state we're in when we're
Crystal
Is that
Lake?
where is that where it starts? I think that's where it starts, right? Around
it must. It would have to.
Yeah, because that's where he
was.
That's where he was.
Yeah.
I always thought that
I don't know.
Crystal Lake was a a West Coast camp.
Yeah.
Going all the way to Manhattan though. So on a boat.
Yeah, must be on the East Coast, according to this film.
Yeah.
So there's there is a plot point that I guess is a kind of unique to this film with one of the characters. I would say maybe that's a spoiler, but there's some trivia involved that we will get to. So of course we're going to try to stay away from spoilers. There isn't a ton of it in this film. But if you want to get that extra content, then go to patreon.com/scaretalk. That's where you get all that extra stuff that we add to each episode, whether it be spoilers or trivia, fun facts, extra stuff. And then if you're on YouTube, please like the video, comment, share, and subscribe. It really helps us out. And if you're on one of the podcast platforms, then make sure that you are subscribed to the show so you get notifications when a new episode has dropped. Okay, so here we are. We're on a boat.
We are.
I'm on a boat. If you haven't heard that song, look it up. It's great.
Yes.
Jason should have been in that music video, by the way.
Yeah.
That would have been great. So this movie sucks. I'm gonna say it right off the bat.
Oh man, you're just going right into it.
I didn't like this movie at all. I thought it was extremely boring. I didn't find Jason to be really interesting. The entire boat stuff I didn't care about. I didn't care about anybody who was killed. The New York, Manhattan stuff is weak at best. We get a scene or two that looks like Manhattan. The rest of it is like back alleys and like just dark settings that are it's supposed to be Manhattan. It's like the cliche almost like a Ninja Turtles version of New York, like you know the swamp, not the swamps, but like the sewers and the I don't know. It's you don't get a lot of like you don't get the Statue of Liberty. I don't think you don't get what you want. You don't see Jason walking around killing people in Manhattan. You don't really get that, and that is partly why this movie sucks. But even without that, and let's say you can, just let that pass, the movie is just boring. There's nothing really positive I can say about it. There's one kill that is funny. It's like just a real quick second thing. But besides that, this movie, I mean, I can usually find some comedy, but this was just didn't even have that. It wasn't. There wasn't any like cheesy funny moments.
Those are like some over the top characters, like over the top characters
like that.
This character that really irritated me, but not just in like a really,
very little entertainment value here for this movie. What do you think?
I mean, going into it, I knew what to expect because I had heard like some of the stuff about this movie, about what this movie actually isn't about. And so I knew that going in. I don't know. It didn't feel too different from the other ones. It's just a different location. And there wasn't nearly as many like dumb jokes or just like over the top characters or like really bad written lines. I do appreciate that part.
See, I don't. I'd rather have that.
This was trying to be like this felt like it was trying to go back to form, back to like Fridays 1 through 3, where it was darker and was wasn't as slapstick and just was about Jason just murdering people. So that's, I mean, you do get quite a few kills in this movie. So I do like that portion of it. But it is kind of dull. Where it lacks from like the first 3 movies is I think the first 3 movies were trying to do. We're trying to be scary, and there was no jump. There was nothing scary about this movie. So the darker tone didn't really make a whole lot of sense.
Right.
But this had potential. This should have been a great movie. Should have been
cool. Like it should have been fun, I will say I did like the beginning. It has nothing to do with the plot. It has nothing to do with Jason. I just like the music.
The music,
and the shots of New York and stuff. Like I thought, okay, this looks fun. This is cool. Good way to kind of get you kind of in the mood for a movie that you're not actually gonna watch.
This was the first time.
Gets your expectations pretty high.
Just to lower them, you
get a movie that the beginning doesn't promise.
No, yeah. The first
But
time
I did
in
enjoy
this,
that.
yeah, the first time in this franchise that I didn't need to know what year this came out in or what decade. The music was
Yeah.
total 80s,
Yeah.
and I loved it. It was actually closer to the 90s than it was the 80s. This came out in like 89. Yeah, and so yeah, I don't know. There's some stuff I want to say, but I don't want to. I feel like they're spoilers, so it's hard to talk about. But
Okay, well, we'll save it.
yeah,
Save it.
but yeah, it's not. It had potential to be better than it ended up being.
Yeah.
I was confused with who the girl was supposed to be this
Yes.
entire movie.
Yes, that was confusing, and I don't know that I ever came to a conclusion that made sense. But
So she
we'll talk
seemed to
about
have
that.
like two backstories. One of them I got didn't make any sense whatsoever. The other one, I don't know if we ever got an answer to.
I'm not thinking of two. I'm thinking of just one backstory, but we'll have to discuss.
Unless it's the same, because yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute here. I was confused by who the woman was to her because in their opening scene together,
Yeah.
she gives her like a graduation present or whatever.
Yeah.
And in the car, like on the way, like dropping her off from school, and she goes,
Yeah.
You were my best student." I'm like, "What? Wait."
Yeah, it's your
You a
teacher.
teacher? You a relative? Like, who are you?
Yeah. Yeah, that
And then
was. Yeah.
in that scene is like the guy who I didn't like at all came into and like he seemed to be
Yeah.
two or two. I'm like, what is going on? Like
Yeah.
a whole family, like
It's like a family trip.
yeah.
There was this of course these movies have to have the one character who's like, you're all doomed, you're all gonna die. It's like, dude, why are you even on the boat?
Yeah, no.
Why would you join this if you know that someone's gonna, that we're all gonna die? Like,
you're going to also, right? Like that's what
you're here as well. What's going on?
Yeah.
I just thought that was funny because he would pop up every once in a while, and it's like, dude, you're stuck on here too. It's not like you can get off the boat, like.
Yeah.
So I thought that didn't make much sense, but I guess that would be like the Friday the 13th like character that you can kind of laugh at, I guess. But yeah, it didn't have the fun that the other ones had.
Yeah.
And so I am gonna rate this. This is probably gonna be the lowest rating so far. For me. There might be one other that might.
We're really out of movies.
There's one more that I don't know. We'll see where it gets rated.
Wow.
All right. Should we go into the critics?
Yeah. Let's hear what those guys have to say.
Let's just jump right in here. Okay. So the tomato meter. What do you think?
I'm gonna say 25.
It is 11. 11%.
Wow. All right. Yeah, that sounds about right. From compared to like what other movies that they've reviewed.
I think there was another one that got like a 12 or something. So, popcorn meter. What do you think about that?
Popcorn meter, I feel like it might be around the same because that's there. I mean, there's something about this movie that is probably going to piss people off. So I can't imagine that they are going to give anything higher than maybe a 15.
The Popcorns, they got a 26.
26. That's still really low, but like
It's too high.
that's more than double what the critics gave it.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
What about IMDb?
IMDb is more sensible. So I'm going to say a 4.7.
Dude, very close. 4.5.
Oh, man.
Very, very close.
Oh, man.
Well, there you go. Should we give our rating now?
That's really low. Yeah.
I'll tell you. Oh, actually, let me look at what I said right off the bat. Oh, I didn't put a score. I was too distraught to even rate it. So I'm going to rate it now, and I'm going to go 45.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll go with the 4.5.
Yeah.
Make it a 45.
Yeah, you're with the IMDb people. So here's the thing. I don't mind that there wasn't slapstick humor in this.
Yeah.
I don't mind that there wasn't really, really bad dialogue. That's fun too. But I don't mind that.
Yeah, you get more. You can be more turned off by that than I can.
Yeah. So here's the thing. This is not my least favorite of the franchise that we've done so far. I think that's I think most people think put this at the very bottom of the list, it's pretty close to the bottom for me, for sure, but it's not the bottom. And I think the bottom I gave was in the 50s. So I'm gonna say a 58 because I think it was my least was still lower than that. Okay. Wasn't good by any means, but it did
58 is not good.
No, yeah. But it did have some violence. Like it had more than I think a good percentage of the movies have had. I mean, he did kill a few people in Manhattan. Like there were some kills.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't going around like murdering everybody in the streets or anything, but like what we kind of wish he had done. But yeah, so it's not complete garbage to me. So yeah, 58. I think it's pretty close to the bottom, but it's not quite there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, 58 and a 45. I think this is the first one where you rated it higher than me.
Yeah, probably.
I think I've rated all the other ones higher than you. Mm-hmm. So getting a little variety here from Scare Talk. And next time we'll be reviewing part 9, which is Jason Goes to Hell.
Yes.
The Final Friday.
Well,
that should be a fun one.
Yeah.
I am really interested in your thoughts on that one.
Is that another one that has a misleading title? Who knows?
Maybe, maybe not. If you know how many films are in this franchise, you might already know the answer.
Yeah.
But you'll have to tune in and find out.
Yes.
Once again, please like this video. Please subscribe to our channel. It really helps us out. We're almost in the 400s. Hopefully by the time we post this, we'll be over 400 subscribers.
That would be awesome.
And go to Patreon. Help us out over there. Patreon.com/ScareTalk. It's where you get all the extra stuff, early access, spoiler talk, and exclusive content. And yeah, that's it for, what is this? Jason Takes Manhattan. Friday the 13th, part 8. See ya.